Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to part 42 of my Harvest Moon Back to Nature slow playthrough. So we're starting on day 7 of spring, year 2. We're just checking our stats at the moment. So let's go ahead and check the weather as always. And again, this is year 2. So if you have missed year 1, then please go back to the playlist and check those out if you would like to. But it's going to be sunny tomorrow. Of course it is, because it's a festival. So in today's episode, we are going to be going through day 7, day 8 and day 9. So tomorrow, the Spring Goddess Festival is being held in the square. Today is the chance to invite somebody I like. 3 guesses who we are going to be inviting to the Spring Goddess Festival. And here's our horse coming to greet us. Hello, Binky. And we brush air, as always. There's a lot of speed ups in this episode. Nothing new there. There was quite a lot to do, obviously the beginnings of spring. So we're going to collect the honey and feed the fish as always. Apologies if you can hear anything weird in my voice. It is freezing here at the moment and I do think I'm developing a little bit of a cold. So we are going to fast forward, of course, sorting out the chickens. You will note as well that our turnips have grown. So we're going to have to collect those up as well today. Of course, I just dropped some chicken feed there. And we do need to keep an egg, of course, for the Harvest Goddess. Again, we're just checking our stats and off we go. So next up, we're going to be going into the barn. And again, apologies if my voice sounds a little weird. I do think I'm on like the cusp of a cold where your nose is a little bit stuffy, your throat hurts a little bit. And I feel a little bit tired, but that's it. So I'm like on the cusp. I know my husband at the moment's like in the midst of a cold. So hopefully I don't get it too bad, but we'll have to wait and see. But I'd rather get sick this side of Christmas at the very least. Anyway, we'll carry on feeding the animals. I don't know if we're going to keep the milk today or if we're going to ship the milk, so we'll have to wait and see. Let's have a look. And we desperately need to get at least another cow soon. So we are going to ship the milk today. So with that, we do have a lot of watering to do on our own as well. I should have got on the horse for this, but we are going to go ahead and do another speed up because we are going to be doing some watering. Again, we do need to collect up the, I was going to say pumpkins for some weird reason, turnips. I don't know if I've asked this question before, but seeing as turnips have grown, do you like turnips? I cannot recall a single moment that I've ate a turnip. I'm sure I must have done, but I can't recall eating a turnip at all. Oh no, I have had turnips in stew. But then I kind of get them confused with like, because there's turnips, there's parsnips, there's swede. So I've had swede and I've had parsnip, but I don't know if I've had turnips. So you'll have to let me know. Just a random one there for you. I don't hear many people talking about turnips though, to be honest. I've come across them quite a bit in my food history because I don't like saying it, but I am a historian. I'm qualified as one anyway, and one of my specialties is food history, particularly in the Tudor era, but I do dabble in a couple of other areas as well. And yeah, turnips do come up quite a lot in food history, of course, but yeah, I just don't know if I've had one myself. Just a random observation there for you. So we're heading into the poultry farm to see if we can catch Potpourri. Of course, it is a Sunday, so the poultry farm is closed. And unfortunately, she's not here, so we are going to have a chat with everybody else. But we do, of course, need to find Potpourri so we can invite her to the Goddess Festival tomorrow. Let's have a word with Rick. And apologies, as always, if you can hear any background noise. There are a few cars passing by today. Oh, I was going to say we do also need to go and cuddle the dog, but we haven't done that yet. I think we're going to come back and carry on watering. Let's see. So we're just going to put the crops in the bin. And are we going to carry on doing some watering or collecting the turnips? Yeah, it looks like we are. So I've grabbed those turnips, but before we ship them, I do need to nip into the house because we don't have any in our fridge. This is the first time we are able to refrigerate spring crops. We have saved some of the wild plants, of course. And again, I've done a bit of a speed up here because I'm just going through the fridge. There is one episode in the future, I can't remember which one, where I do a proper resort of the fridge because it was doing my head in. But that's not in this episode. So we have kept 3 turnips for recipes and we're going to go ahead and ship the rest. And with that, we're going to head back out. Again, we are looking for potpourri. And we also need to go and see the dog, so I hope we don't forget. So for some reason here, the shop isn't open on a Sunday. I even checked the sign, but I decide to go and try and attempt to go into the shop. Of course I can't. Don't know what that was all about, so just ignore that. And I'm also heading to the church because I am waiting for a random event to happen. So we'll see if it happens this time. And unfortunately it doesn't. So no random event today. But we are, while we're here, going to go and employ some of the harvest sprites. I say employ, do we actually pay them? I suppose we pay them in flour. So of course I've sped this bit up. I think I ask for 4 sprites help. And this of course takes a long time in the spring because you have to talk to them 5 times. So again, it was quite important that this bit was sped up or the episode would be far too long. So we have 3 sprites and we are just going to get a 4th, I think. So we're not taking all 7. And that's it. So we have help from 4 sprites now watering the field. So we're looking around the square trying to find potpourri, because I forgot exactly where she stands, and she is over here. So let's go ahead and ask potpourri about tomorrow. And she says, tomorrow is the Spring Goddess Festival. I'm really looking forward to it. And we are going to ask to escort. Sure, so I'll just meet you at your farm tomorrow, okay? Yeah, that sounds good. We do give her another chat, but she is saying the same generic things. So next, hopefully we are going to go and check in with the dog. We've been without him for so long now. It just feels weird to not have him with us. And with that, it's probably best to head back to the farm and carry on harvesting and watering. The time is 3:40, so Zach comes at 5, so I don't know if we're going to get all the turnips in, but we'll have to wait and see. And again, a very large rumbly van just went past, so apologies if you hear that. But we have 3 lots of turnips finished. And we have half an hour to get these remaining turnips in. Can we do it? Nope. Unfortunately, we did just miss out there, so we're going to get paid for those on Tuesday, unfortunately, because tomorrow is a festival. But we do luckily have 3 bags of turnips left, so we are going to go ahead and plant these as well. And we do need to continue some watering. And now a dog's barking really loud. I'm very sorry. We just completely watered the horse there as well. And of course we have to water all of these infernal flowers, which I wish we didn't have to do, but here we are. There is a payoff for this. So with that, we have finished watering everything and we are going to head to bed, I believe. So what's on the telly? We have the shogi hour. Have I researched shogi yet? Absolutely not. I'm terrible, I really am. And basically, it looks like here that the opponent is just copying exactly what the first person does. Wouldn't be very happy with that. But with that, we are going to head off to bed. Of course, no Farmer Fran anymore. And we're going to move on to day 8, the Spring Goddess Festival. Okay, so it's the Harvest Goddess Festival today, and what's really interesting about today, we're just going to check the weather for tomorrow, and it is of course raining, which is not too bad, but I have utilised the Harvest Sprites help and now I don't need them. Typical. We're just going to check the news as well. And what's interesting about today is that Potpourri will be outside when we leave, and we get her music while we're sorting out the farm. So depending on which bachelorette, depending on which girl you picked, you get their music. So I think this is the only time this happens, sort of, I don't know what the words are I'm looking for. So people can come onto your farm, but I think this is the only time that you sort of choose when you leave, if that makes any sense at all. But it's just something different, bit of variation. So we're going to put the horse into the barn because it is of course raining tomorrow. I don't think the sentence I said made any sense whatsoever, but what I'm basically trying to say is it's nice to have a little bit of different music. So let's go ahead and go into the barn. I seriously keep calling the stable and the barn the same thing, don't I? I really need to try and not do that. If you can hear any background noise this time, that is my bunny rabbit. She actually has an advent calendar. Yes, we bought the bunny rabbit an advent calendar. Of course we did. And she can eat her doors. They've got like little bits in them. So it's like a little cardboard door, and she's sort of throwing it about the living room at the moment. So let's carry on with the barn. We're nearly done here. And now I definitely think a mistake was made here. So, of course there was, because it's me. So I'm just checking. There's nothing to harvest. But we're going to grab the honey and feed the fish as always. And we're going to check in with the chickens. But then after that, we need to get on and do some watering, and I think a mistake was definitely made. So here's a fast forward looking after the chickens. I can't tell if I'm completely scatterbrained because I'm feeling a little bit sicky, you know, or if that is just me. Anyway, let's move on. And we definitely need to do some watering. So I put this on, obviously, ×5 speed again to do some watering. And we don't do a lot, is the short version. And I feel we should have definitely done more. So we only actually helped the Harvest Sprites with a bit of the first, all of the first row and a bit of the second row. And I feel like we should have done more. Anyway. We are now going to move on to the Goddess Festival. So what I'm going to do, as always, is I'm going to stay quiet. I will let you enjoy the festival, and I will get back with you when it's finished. And with that, the festival is over. So you did see that festival. Oh, what's he saying? Potpourri was really cute. Oh, yeah. So we did see this festival last year in-game. However, you didn't get to do the additional bit with one of the girls. So obviously we went to the beach with Potpourri. So that is new for this year. So we are now on to day 9, our final day of this episode. And this is where I made a mistake. So last year, for the Harvest Goddess Festival, you came home at 6 p.m. This time, because we invited a girl, we went and saw her and spent pretty much the whole night with her. So it's now the next day, right? So I should have done more watering, but I didn't. So luckily it's raining today, but I have a feeling the sprites may not have watered everything, so we might have a bit of trouble here. Anyway, here's Zach with our frying pan, and I believe, don't quote me, that is the last item we need from TV shopping, so there will be no more TV shopping. But yes, my thoughts are a little bit scattered here, but she's just thrown her advent calendar bits everywhere. Obviously she only gets a door a day, but she's just thrown it all over the floor. Well, as long as you eat it, I don't mind. So yes, I feel like my thoughts are a little bit scattered here, but basically I have a feeling that there was some crops that the Harvest Sprites didn't manage to water. So we'll see the effects of that as we go on. These get a free day. They could just do what they want. They might as well have stayed at home, bless them. But here we are back in the barn. And again, this is our final day of the episode, day 9. I feel like the episode is quite short considering there's 3 days in it. So hopefully you're not minding the shorter episodes. I imagine most people prefer shorter episodes anyway, to be honest, because then they don't have to spend as much time watching them, obviously. But you do still have to spend 26.5 minutes listening to me ramble on, so there is that downside. And I'm definitely getting more sniffly as time goes on, which I'm not happy about. So, of course, like I say, the good thing is everything is watered today. We are going to go ahead and grab the wild crops before we feed the chickens. Unfortunately, again, we didn't manage to grab the harvest crops. The wild crops yesterday. We didn't manage to get them, so that's a bit of money that we're missing. But we should be getting paid today for the additional turnips from Sunday. So it should hopefully balance itself out. Now, I will warn you, there is a fair bit of fast forwarding in this episode because we do a lot of cooking. And I wanted to make sure that those bits were fast forwarded because the cooking takes an incredibly long time. Not really, but when you're looking at recipes on your phone and then playing the game, obviously it does take a little bit of time. Speaking of cooking, we are about to go into the fridge. And again, I've sped this bit up. We only need the milk today. And once again, like I've said, I do spend an episode sorting out the refrigerator, but I don't know when that is. We're getting to like the back end of the episode now, and you can see I'm on a struggle bus here. So we are now going back to the fridge to check if we need any eggs before we turn them into mayonnaise. So again, that's going to be another little bit of a speed up. So we just need one normal egg and we are going to put the golden egg in there as well. So we are going to lose a little bit of profit today, but that's okay. So back into the chicken coop we go to continue what we were doing. I don't think we've finished. No, we haven't. We haven't finished feeding them. We don't need an egg for the Harvest Goddess today, of course. And with that, we're just going to check our stats. Not looking too bad. And out we go. So this is where we do a lot of cooking, I believe. So this bit is going to be quite sped up because it does take quite a long time. So I hope you're okay with that. Let's see if we can catch what we end up making. So here we have some golden mayonnaise, which we can of course just put in the mayonnaise maker, but in order for us to get as close to 100% as possible, we do actually need to make it in the at the cooking as well. Oh my goodness, my brain. So again, I'm just figuring out what I actually can make. So we have flour and an egg here. So what's this going to be? No, we changed our mind. Hang on, no, we've cooked something. I don't know what's happening here. We did something with milk there. Oh, we made butter. So now we've made cookies. Not the chocolate cookies, just the normal ones, which I would call biscuits, but there you go. And I'm not sure what else we made there. We've done pickled turnips, I believe that is. See, I've definitely not tried pickled turnips, I'm not going to lie. I think we just did popcorn there as well. And possibly grilled fish. So as I say, we're going through quite a lot of the cooking at the moment. We did something with the bamboo shoot. I will go through all of the recipes and bits at one point in the future, but not today. With that, we've just got to pop everything into the fridge that we made. So we made how many things today? 8 things. That's not bad. And again, the organisation of this fridge was killing me, so we do end up sorting it out. So with that, we're going to head out. And we do still need to see the dog, so hopefully we go ahead and see the dog soon. Oh no, we didn't go and see the dog. What's happening? Maybe it's too early. Oh, we are going to head to the beach. So it looks like we're going to be doing a little bit of fishing. Yep. Because there is an event with the pond as well, which hasn't happened yet. So yes, we should definitely do some fishing. And again, this is on ×5 speed for you guys. And with that, we're off. So it looks like we caught 1 medium fish and 1 bit of trash, that's all. Or rubbish. Well, we're cleaning up the ocean still, slowly but surely. We are also going to check to see if this event at the church happens. And unfortunately it doesn't again, so no random event there just yet. We obviously can't go shopping either because it's a Tuesday, so we can't get some more turnip seeds, which we definitely need to do. And why are we heading this way? Why are we heading back to the farm when we haven't said hello to the dog? What's happening? Are we actually going back to the farm? Oh my goodness, we are. We better not miss saying hello to the dog today, I'll tell you that. So we do need to go and pop this medium fish into the pond. So let's go ahead and do that. And that means that we officially have 50 fish, which is what you need for an event. So what we're going to do is we're going to head into the house and head straight back out and see if the event happens. And it doesn't. So we head back into the house again. And then this is where I realise I haven't said hello to the dog, so we are going back. We're going to go and say hi to the dog. I would just not feel right if we didn't. I don't think you really get a penalty for it or anything like that, but I've got to say hello every day. So hello there, you. There we go. And with that, we're probably going to head back to the farm. I don't really know what else we can do, considering it's raining. We could have maybe done some more fishing, but I think we are just going to head home. And I believe, because it's Tuesday, it's the delicious hour on TV. Funny enough, because we've done a lot of cooking today. So let's see what they're cooking up. What are they making? Hot milk. Well, that's not hard, is it? Never mind. Anyway, with that, this is where I'm going to wrap this episode up. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying. I really am. And yeah, I just love this. So I will see you next week with the next episode. Until then, bye, Embers.